Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play, joined by Tamor Hussein today.
Hello.
This is a game Tamor and I have been playing for a little while. It's called Dead Cells.
It's been flying under the radar somewhat.
Yeah.
But for me, it's got potential to be Game of the Year, you know.
It's an excellent game, and it's only in early access as well. It's not even finished yet, and it's always amazing.
I'm one of those people that's always quite reticent to play early access games. I'm not a big fan of playing unfinished games and then trying, being part of the process of finishing them. I know a lot of people are into that, and I respect that. But I like a game to be fully formed.
Yeah, there are certain games where I'll wait for them to come out, like the new Divinity Original Sin. That's in early access, but I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. This game though, it's in early access, but I kind of played it just because I had nothing else going on, and it looked really, really appealing.
It's got the DNA that all of us can appreciate as well. It's like part Dark Souls, part Metroidvania, part Rogue Legacy.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's really polished for a early access game. Like the main things that you'll see that are missing are features like online connectivity, but the fundamentals of the game and the way it looks and plays are all intact, and as you can see from this,
super fluid.
It's looking real good. It's probably worth explaining what this game is.
Yeah, so this is Dead Cells. It's part Metroidvania, part Rogue Legacy, part Dark Souls, all that stuff. You are the prisoner who's been, you're dropped into your prison. You can't die. It's got that Rogue Legacy thing of like you progress, you die, you start again, but you keep that progress. So as you defeat bosses, you unlock new abilities, you unlock new weapons that can be unlocked throughout the game. It's like pretty deep. You start off with just a sword and a basic wooden shield, and then eventually you unlock all these new abilities. Those blue things you see me pick up are cells. You trade those cells in at the end of each section or level to unlock more equipment. I'm like 16 hours in, so what you're seeing now is quite developed. You usually just start with a rusty sword and a wooden shield. These are challenge rooms. I think I've finished one challenge room in the 8 hours I've played. It's
a very tricky game. It does test all of your skills, like platforming skills and your reaction times and your ability to, like Mega Man style, your ability to figure out a boss's weakness or an enemy's weakness and exploit it while also protecting yourself with movement, like there, for example.
Yeah, it's a lot of dodging. Like I don't really take the shields. I prefer having a ranged weapon. Yeah. So you kind of have to dodge. It's got that Bloodborne mechanic of if you react by hitting an enemy when you're wounded, you get a little bit of your health back. The game right now has 3 paths. You get the ramparts, which is the easiest path. The sewers, which is moderate path, and then the graveyard. What you saw there is me picking up, you get skills, which are basically like utility items. So I got a flashbang that can stun people.
Yeah. It might be worth explaining the roguelike element of it and how your progression carries through from one playthrough to the next.
Well, as you see, I'm picking up cells. I've only got 3 right now because I've not really explored this level. Once I've unlocked something with those cells, I keep that for the rest of the game forever, basically. If I unlock a certain sword, there's the ossuary, that's a hard mode. If I unlock a certain sword, I'll be able to use that for the rest of the game as long as I find that sword again. Yeah. There's certain enemies you can beat to unlock abilities. You saw me teleport between 2 sarcophaguses there. You have to defeat a certain enemy to unlock that. But then once you unlock that ability, you have it for the rest of the game. Yeah. It's these runes on the right here, and you can see there's only 2 of them in the game right now, but there's space for like 7. Yeah. So I don't know what else you're gonna put in.
Yeah. So although you're quite fragile and you will be replaying the same parts of the game over and over again, you do still get that sense of progression in your character, and the mastery comes along with that when you kind of understand the routes as you go along. It is generating levels procedurally, right, on the way. So the levels themselves won't be exactly the same as you go through, but your understanding of the enemies and the kind of the abilities that you have to navigate them will grow over time, and that's kind of where the progression and the skill-based element of it comes. Like, for example, the way Dave's playing now is only because you've been through this area multiple times.
Yeah, like I've got 8 hours in this game. Yeah. When you first start, you are cautious. But I think that's one of the reasons why this game speaks to you and I so much, because we're such Souls fans.
Yeah. So the first time through this area, it's like literally pixel by pixel movement just to make sure that you're not unnecessarily losing your health, and mana recovery items are very limited, so you spend a lot of time in the first few playthroughs being super cautious and playing reserved, but once you've done enough time in here, you can be a little more ambitious and a little more showy with the way you get around, because you know how the enemies behave and you know where things are. You understand the logic of the game and the language of the game.
Yeah. And another reason is I've got an item that, well, I have my potions, the ones you see, like basically what's my Estus flask. I've upgraded it enough with all the cells that I found, so I've got like 4 heals in me instead of just the normal one. You start off with 1, and then as you upgrade with cells.
You should talk about the movement, because that's something that I found to be quite exciting for me. Like, usually you don't get these kind of games. You're quite grounded, like even stuff like Castlevania and stuff like that, but whereas this has got like double jumps, dashes straight from the outset, and like air dashes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you've got the double jump. You can then use ground pounds that you saw there.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite. The ground pound is a great addition to this game.
Yeah,
it's really satisfying. See the way you just like got down there. Wow, what's that? He's dead.
Just a dead guy.
The way you got down there, that roll, super fluid, pacey.
Especially if you're playing it the way that I play it. This is a new feature. It's just gone through the Elemental update.
Yeah. So that's why we're kind of doing a video on it now. It's just been updated again.
So this is a blueprint. If I acquire a blueprint, that means the item is then unlockable if I use enough cells. I kind of want to go through the harder path, though, to show some of that off. I can always go through an easier part later. But because now I've got a broadsword blueprint, when I go to hand in my cells, I'll be able to unlock that said weapon by putting cells into it. Yeah. It's weird to explain. You'll see it in a second. Let's just go through here. So this is actually the hardest path.
Not to worry.
But the harder the path, the more stuff you can unlock. Yeah. There's certain things that you can only unlock on certain paths. So this is the guy that you have to give all your cells to. You actually have to give all your cells in before it lets you through. I can't actually unlock that yet. 4 more and I'll be able to unlock it. There's a couple here that I'm close to. But when you unlock it, you actually just get one. So if I were to finish unlocking it, then he'd just drop one for you. So it's kind of like...
But otherwise, everything else you need to find in the world.
Yeah. But it's nice because otherwise you have to be like, oh, cool, I've just unlocked this weapon that I've just been keeping hold of.
Yeah. And you recovered your health potions there as well.
And if I was to die before getting to that chap, I would have lost that blueprint. I would have lost all my... Well, would have lost a bunch of my money. Again, one of the upgrades I have is that I keep 85% of my cash. Oh god, these guys are horrible.
Wow.
Get away. I heal up. Yeah, considering I've only got level 1 items, coming down here was a risk, but...
I love the art style in this game.
The art style is great.
And there's a crap ton of effects going on, which I really appreciate. Like, I love the lightning effect when you recover your health. I love his shining one eye.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
When you turn up, you're just a dead ball that reoccupies your body.
The ground pound animation is real cool.
Another roguelike element is it is actually procedurally generated of what you get on each level. So standard on a level, you probably get like 3 upgrades. But I got 2, so my health is still level 1. So this area might be a little tricky, but we'll see what we can do.
Also, this game has great music.
The game does have great music. Oh, that's a new enemy.
I actually went out of my way to find the soundtrack on Bandcamp, and you can
really
you can download it, which is...
That's one thing that's not super common in a 2D game, like atmospheric music.
Yeah.
I'm not making too much use out of my...
This is PC only at the moment, but...
I think they've got plans of bringing it to console.
I think they've got plans
I've heard PS4 be mentioned anyway.
Yeah. And also, oh god, I would kill for a portable version of this.
Right, if this was on Switch?
Oh my god. System seller.
Like this game is like, I can't remember the exact price, but it wasn't expensive, and I've already put something like 8 hours into it.
Yeah, I bought it sight unseen. Like, I saw it and I love the style of it so much that I just bought it straight away. And then it kind of, everyone else was talking about it on Twitter at the same time, and I think for a couple of weekends it was the talk of the games industry.
Yeah,
and
it's just one of those games, like you said, it kind of flew under the radar, but then once it kind of got some traction, everyone was like, oh damn, what's this?
Yeah, and it continues to be people aren't talking about it as much, but it's still an excellent game, and they're putting in a lot of work to it. It's changing on a weekly basis.
Yeah, like I said, we just went through that Elemental update.
Yeah.
There's already been a couple of things that are new to me. They've finally got the achievement guy working.
Yes. And fundamentally, it's just so satisfying to play that, I mean, it's going to carry on improving, but even if it stayed as it is now, I think I'd continue playing it for a good dozen more hours.
Yeah, I've not seen everything that this early access version has to offer. Like, I've got past the first boss and maybe a level after him, but I've just died after that.
Yeah.
So those things up there, you saw one briefly before, but these are the elite enemy rooms, and I'm like 100% sure if I summon an elite enemy, I'll die, so I'm just not going to right now.
And there's interesting parts of the game, like, for example, the time doors.
Oh yeah, we've not seen a time door yet. Oh god.
But I think how it works is, although the levels are procedurally generated, those doors, they're kind of anchored in the world, so they'll always be...
Yeah, you should always come across at least one of those doors.
So you'll always know where it is, but the trick with them is they're on a timer, so like you may have like 3 minutes to get to them before they lock.
Yeah.
So like the
really
moment you start a run, you've got to have them in mind and be like, I'm going to go for that door straight away and kind of like hightail it there.
Yeah, and if you don't have the items to support that speed, then
you're in
chances
trouble.
are that just won't happen.
And if you don't get there in time, it gives you a full rustle by telling you how long ago it closed.
I've got to a door before that said I was 0 seconds away, and I'm like, but that means you should open.
The amount of times I go to a door and it's like, you were 3 seconds late. I've just been like, ah.
But then there's other times you're doing like a nice slow pacey run, and it's like, you are 13 minutes late, and you're like, fair enough then.
Yeah.
Right, so since I died there, I'm going to kind of go a little faster. So like I was saying, the Promenade of the Condemned is considered like the easiest route. You can change routes as you go through.
Yeah. I like this one because it's got a little more verticality.
Yeah. The other one is the sewers, which is pretty claustrophobic.
Yeah.
And then the ones that you saw earlier was the ossuary, which is just hard.
It's got the same downside that a lot of like procedurally generated levels do. Sometimes you'll find areas that are kind of strangely crafted.
Yeah.
A lot of like dead end rooms that have nothing in them, but it doesn't happen a lot in this game, I found.
No.
And I think you move at a pace that when it does happen, it's just like you're out of there within seconds. You can usually tell, oh, there's nothing in here, and you've like double jumped and dashed out of that room before.
Just a random elite here.
Like, what is going on down there? Oh shit. Oh, this elite is the worst. He just like harasses you.
I think the shield elite is my least favorite. This guy, once you hurt them enough, they just start teleporting. Oh god damn it! And he's got these little boys with him. There we go.
Look at that.
Give me a 4 shield. I don't want no shield, man. I like my damage. The best defense for me in this game is a good offense.
Flying type enemies there.
They're super annoying.
These are really interesting. That weird
crash test training
crash
dummy.
Test weird dummy thing. You have to destroy it, otherwise it keeps giving enemies around you shields, which is an interesting strategy element to it.
Especially when some of the enemies are bloody hard enough. This broadsword is pretty.
Are you creating that black?
Yeah, that's my death orb.
All right. That's pretty cool.
It's just an orb that moves super slowly but does massive damage. And I'm alright with that.
The abilities that you have in this game, they kind of remind me of the abilities that Alucard has in Symphony of the Night.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so he had the ability to, like dark metamorphosis, for example. But the difference in that game is you had to do like weird inputs, like almost fighting game style like inputs, like a quarter circle forward and punch. And he'd do a special ability. I really like that mechanic, but it doesn't have that kind of input element to it, but it does have the ability style, so you can have these strange useful offense and defensive abilities on the go as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can play this. You can just kind of go full tank and try and do the Bloodborne build where you're taking a load of damage but doing enough damage to kind of keep you alive, or you can play super glass cannon, which is the way I usually play. to varying degrees of success.
Yeah, is there a... Can you damage yourself with bombs and stuff?
No. You can roll into your own bombs.
Which I did a lot.
I think because, well, at least I'm throwing so many now. If I was going to damage myself with my own bombs, I would be dead already. I've not found a curse chest yet.
Yeah, the curse chests are really cool.
See, this is the
whip.
Valmont's whip. It only does its max damage when you hit an enemy with its tip.
Simon Valmont.
And like, I'm not.
Yeah.
When you're in like a cramped room, it's just
rough,
not powerful enough. If you're super accurate with it though, then my favorite weapon so far is the rapier.
Yeah.
Does a critical hit every time you roll. Let's go health.
So the curse chests, we should probably explain, are chests that give you an item, but at the same time you upset the gods by taking the item.
Yeah, if you get hit,
and it usually is
before
like
killing 10 enemies, you're just dead. You're one hit kill.
Yeah, so it'll give you a number of enemies, an enemy quota that you need to kill before the curse is lifted. But if you take a single hit before that happens, you're done. Which
Big
is
risk reward
risky
stuff,
business.
You know, you gotta be brave. Big brave dog and get those sick items. Oh, I rolled into that bomb.
Love the music in this area.
It's super chill.
It's relaxing.
But then, like, you're fighting these horrible enemies.
That's an ability that you unlock fairly early. One of the first ones, right? The ability to create that vine.
Yeah,
and climb
you kill like a certain enemy and it lets you tickle vines.
Yeah.
It actually says tickle.
Tickle the vines, and then they sprout up, and you can climb them.
See, we could change route now and go to the old sewers. So let's do that to kind of show some variance. Variety. So you can start off in the promenade, then go to the sewers or the graveyard. You don't have to stick on the route. Let's buy the attack up. So I need to find some more blueprints because I'm starting to kind of finish up a lot of the stuff that I have. Upgrade the rapier.
So as well as unlocking them, you're improving them so that next time you pick one up, it's a little more powerful.
once you do the base unlock, you can then keep putting cells in. You do 5% extra damage, 10% extra damage. The return on those isn't exactly great because it costs like 50 cells sometimes, but.
Big fan of that aggressive elevator animation. Another callback to Symphony of the Night.
If you were to take that elevator down, you would seriously break your shins.
In Symphony of the Night, when you use the elevator, Alucard actually like grunts as he lands. He's like, "Oh,
ow!"
That's a lot of bombs.
Oh god, the spikes.
The shield guys are a pain in the butt.
It's when you get shield guys and the guys that have spikes on their back in the same area. You're just like, where do I hit you? I actually didn't know you could just duck under those until right then. I kind of just panicked. I was like, alright, let's try it.
So enemy is not very smart trying to get through that. Oh,
I'm not very smart trying to get through that. Oh, here's the... Do you reckon we go for it?
Curse chest, look at it.
I'm going to be brave. Be a big brave dog.
You've outraged the gods.
So I need to kill 10 enemies. But it's giving me a meat grinder 5. So that might help me kill the enemies without actually getting into
No, gotta be extra careful.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. First thing it gives you... Oh, what is that?
It's fine. Go back on the meat grinder. There you go. I see this rune here, but it's going to take me to a challenge room where I will 100% get hit.
Almost certainly get killed.
So these little bugs are my biters. One of my abilities is one of my abilities ability is to summon biters.
Oh, those are your boys.
Yeah, these little boys.
Do they recover health for you?
I don't think they do.
They just do a bit of damage.
Yeah, they just hit my enemies for me. Alright, 5 more.
Oh dear. Bat.
Those bats like one hit kill you sometimes.
Oh!
Curse lifted, boy!
Yes.
Alright, we can go back to being a bit
aggressive.
More aggressive. But I got like a super powerful ability that like a level 5 ability doesn't really show up this early, so it's only really in those curse chests where you'll get them.
that risk reward factor.
Oh! That's new. Oh!
To be fair, that was a decent dodge. But... Oh, it looks tight.
Bloody hell, I didn't see that second bomb bat. Give me that kebab. You have to be like super vigilant if you want those secrets. Yeah. So much happened on the screen there. I did not know what was enemy damage and my damage.
That scorpion up there.
Oh, sweet firebrands.
Just chilling out.
You can get automatic turrets as well in this game.
Wow, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. They just shoot arrows. But they will also aggro enemies. So one of the best combinations is the buzzsaw trap and a turret.
Yeah.
And they just drop them on each other. This is like a boss killer if you're careful. Oh, the spikes. Oh, I don't want no shields, fam. That ain't my style.
What's that?
Kebab.
Kebab.
Nice bit of health. They're super rare as well.
Oh, mushroom.
Oh. See, these mushrooms, they put their spikes on the floor, so when you're trying to dodge other stuff at the same time, they can be super annoying.
Area denial. God, I love that.
It's so satisfying.
The stomp is so satisfying.
And then when you pair that with being like low health as well, and just recovering so much.
Can you add properties to the stomp?
There's some items that will like let you do extra damage with your stomp, I think. I don't want a bear trap. Don't want a phaser.
Bear traps.
See, all diving attacks leave flammable oil on the ground. So that could technically be good, but at the minute I've got like a 15% damage reduction, so I think I'd rather keep that. No, I don't. That was on my last run. Let's take it. Especially since I've got the flame brands. But the only reason I've got so much money is because I put souls into the upgrade, which lets you keep so much money after your death.
Right.
So you kind of have to do... Sometimes you'll do like money runs.
Yeah, yeah. Grind runs. Those are the best ones for paying very little attention to. So like I use that. I'll chuck on a podcast or watch a TV show while I'm doing like resource grinding runs.
And then it means when you come to do like another run in 5 runs time, you've got like stacked amount of gold. Buying all the things. Where am I going? What are you doing up here, Scorpion?
Nice handy map in the corner to keep you abreast of where you're supposed to be going and where you've been.
But I don't know. I don't know if this is leading to a dead end or what's going on, man. It's these big brown blob maggot-looking things. I swear these guys don't usually spawn those.
Yeah, these are. I've never seen these guys before.
They're a pain in the ass. I don't know if this is like a slightly new enemy type when it comes to like this zombie. I'm putting so much like area of effect damage down though, they just melt. Hey!
Oh wow.
For real? Get bombed, son. I'd like another weapon.
Yeah, this one seems like it's a bit slow.
Whoa. It is slow. I mean, it is doing massive damage, but it is slow.
I always prefer speed though.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm just thinking about if we get to the boss, it's going to need some speed and finesse to it. Because you have to dodge that guy so much. Where's this mushroom at? Not sure how I got through that without taking damage, but I'll take it. It is better to leg it sometimes.
Yeah.
This thing as well, looking through there, that's new. I've never seen that before. What'd it do though? Oh god.
Wow.
You ain't having my rooms, Fran. I pressed X and you just flipped in the bird. Don't think I'm gonna get my rune back.
It's his rune.
I wonder what that is. There's a shield over my head as well, which I don't know where that this come from? So I wonder if he's part of getting the next rune or something. Or if it's like a mechanic where he hunts.
Trade him, yeah.
What's our health at? Our health's at 3. Let's go for damage. Keep that glass cannon style going. No, I'm not opening that. I'll die. This should take us to the next area. There we go. Black Bridge. So this is where the first boss lives. You do 3 areas. Well, you do the starting area, 2 levels, then a boss. And then I've only ever done 2 levels after that. So I don't know what the next boss even is. Where's that rapier? See, it's only on plus 10%, and it's already like another 100 cells. I'm missing 3 health, so might as well top up.
Pricey.
I think this broadsword's only level 2. So you can just be unlucky in some runs. Like, you'll get loads of abilities and loads of upgrades, but you'll be stuck with your base weapons.
Damn, look at that. Early access one.
At it when I first saw this boss. It does that horrible ability where every time you get near him, he hurts you. Like, depending on what items you've got, this can be a super tricky boss.
Yeah. My first time was real rough.
There's a feature in the game when you're using range weapons like a crossbow, where your bolts and your arrows will actually get stuck in the enemy. So if you're going like a full ranged run, you can just run completely out of ammo because all your ammo is stuck in the big boss.
Yeah.
He's like changing it up now. He's now doing jumps and shit.
That's what got me.
Yeah, the jumps kind of come out of nowhere. It's usually his range floor attack that gets me.
There it is.
Oh god. He does so much damage. Safety heal.
There comes the jump.
Get on my bloody abilities. My sword ain't doing enough.
Obviously all your abilities have cooldown, so you can't really spam them. Oh wow.
Damn it. Okay, that was worth. That was worth. That wasn't worth.
Oh, heal.
I've got no more heals. I've got one more
shit.
heals. Oh! Unfortunate. But I think we showed off like a good variance of the game. The game is bloody hard, but I highly recommend you try it off yourself. Like you see here, we just start again. You get a bunch of your cash back.
You've got some knowledge.
You got some knowledge. You get some base weapons going on, and you just go again.
All over again.
But that's gonna do us for this Let's Play, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We highly recommend you try out this game,
check out
especially if you want
Dead
something a bit different, something you can just drop in and out of as well. But if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.